Now you're heading to Austin, and you're bringing a friend with you,
Yes.
Kendall. How excited are you to get to University of Texas, and how excited are you to play with Kendall at the next level as well?
Like, I'm so excited. We talk about it every day probably. We're really excited to play under Coach Schaefer and the coaching staff. They're amazing. And being able to play with someone I've been playing for 4 years already is like also a blessing. And she's a really good player, and we're getting closer every day, knowing that we'll get to that. We'll get to Austin.
Those of you out there that don't know, Rori has a couple cousins, Devion and Deuce, who've also gotten bobbleheads. You guys are the first family of bobbleheads. Having that kind of competition whenever you guys get together, what does that do for you athletically and on the field or on the court?
It's pretty competitive because one of them's at OU and the other one's at A&M, so it's a good competition to be talking about. They'll say like horns down or whatever it is, but they say, oh, I'm the best at this, and I'm like, well, I'm working to be the best at this. So it's just a little competitive game that we keep going.
Perfect. As hard as you go on the court, off the court, people call you one of the kindest people they've ever met. You're always smiling. I've only known you for a couple seconds here, and it's kind of true. How do you turn that switch on the court to get into competitive mode?
I know what it takes to win, and I like winning a lot. So I've had this competitive nature since I was younger. So it's just been going on, and I just like winning a lot.
Perfect. Coming in this year, you guys have had a record of 109-12. You don't lose that much. You're always at the state tournament, but you haven't gotten that title yet. How hard are you guys playing for that title this year?
I feel myself playing a lot harder now. Like, it's just I have this chip on my shoulder this year, and we're just ready to get there, and we have to come to practice every day and be willing to sacrifice whatever it needs to get there.
All right, finally, we know you can distribute and score when you have to, and you score when you have to, but one of the most impressive things that you got just under 6 rebounds a game. At 5'6", how is this happening?
For me, when I see the ball go up, I kind of track where it goes, and so I'll work my way to get there. And I don't really sit under the basket. I try to get the outside rebounds a lot more. I don't know, I just feel the need to get the rebound so we can have a faster transition.